Right, this meeting is now called to order at 6:04. My apologies for being late. All right, roll call. You on, Harper?
Roger.
Kevin there.
Deanne Schlumberger.
Skip on Holley.
All right, was the agenda properly noticed?
Yes.
The approval of the agenda, I need to make a motion to amend it to include 4 items. Make a motion to amend the agenda to make item I Pepper Drive. Item J will be Anchor Drive. Item K will be Crescent Road. And item L will be Cove Road. So I can read Cove. And it's in the Peppers. They weren't on the agenda.
That was the last one.
And Pete will go over these items when they're presented.
Cove is out?
Cove is on the agenda. So let me restate it. So I make a motion to amend the agenda to have I as Pepper, J as Anchor, K as Crescent, and L as Cove. Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, approval of the minutes from October 29, 2014. May I get a motion to approve the minutes from that meeting?
Motion approved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, there's no unfinished business, so new business, we'll begin with 2024 Seagrave Drive.
Pete Rushenko, 2532 Cypress Point Circle. 2024 Seagrave Drive is for a variance for placement of a shed that is going to be 6 foot from the side property line. The ACC recommended to approve. The shed is going in really the only spot it could. So we recommended to approve.
My only question is the owner aware that his shed may be in the easement? And that if so, if something needs to be done with that easement, he's aware of that?
Right, actually, again, I would have verified that with Shelby, but I believe that was one of the things that she let the homeowner know, that at any time, and if they were okay with it, that they would have to move it.
All right, I make a motion to approve the variance for a shed 6 feet from the side property line in accordance with the ACC recommendation. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next item, 2554 Elkhart.
This was a motion to send to legal. This is for maintenance list, the front and the side yards, and it seems like it's a vacant. We have no response at all from the homeowner.
And I did talk to the architectural staff, and there appears to be someone living there, and they've attempted to contact the person living there in addition to the homeowner, who I believe is in Indiana. And there's been no response. So I make a motion to send 2554 Elkhart Drive to legal. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, 2540 Houston Circle, violation process was complete for a fence installation without approval. The fence is okay, but the homeowner just won't come in for an application. So this is going to be just like the one we talked about. So
Well, let me ask you.
I'm hoping that maybe one of the board members could just make a phone call and maybe just ask them to come in and fill out an application, or it's up to you. It seems to be in compliance, but there's no record of it that needs to go in. It's in their best interest to just get the application and put it in a permanent file.
Is there, where their trash can is that the appropriate setback? There seemed to be some confusion as to whether that was.
Actually, you know what, I did see that. I'm not sure, if I'm not positive, I don't think there was a note whether or not it was 10 feet back.
And then on the other side, if you're looking at the house on the right-hand side, is that the appropriate, is it set back?
To tell you the truth, we don't really have information on this because there's no application. This is just a violation process. So it's not like, I have just pictures to look at. We're not approving anything, you know what I mean? It looks good to me, but until we have some real facts, we could just come in. we're hoping that maybe somebody could just make a phone call because it's not responding to the ACC.
Okay.
Well, if they're not responding to the ACC, which is the appropriate avenue to respond to, I'm offered, you know, we're not gonna have them take the fence down. All we're looking for is an application. Maybe suspend usage until they, complete the application. And then that gives them the avenue through the back to appeal any, you know,
Right, that might get the attention.
issues that they may have, and, you know, at least that might spur them to, come in and do the application. Things asking them nicely is not working.
So you're opposed to having a board member reach out to them to see if they will come in and do it, or complete it?
We've already had the ACC try and approach them, and they seem to be ambiguous to.
Has anyone actually talked to the owners, or is it's just, I know it's been, the certified mail has gone out, but has there been any phone contact with these owners?
Let me read it for you.
Because I don't see anything that indicates. It just seems that it's all been done by mail.
Yep. All I can say is they signed for it. The homeowner signed for the registered letter. So they're definitely aware of it.
Well, I make a motion to suspend usage until an improved home application, is that the right?
Usage rates.
Exterior home improvement. So I make a motion to suspend the usage rights until an exterior home improvement application is on file.
I'll second. Did you second that, Rod? Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, 1946 Coral Street, the violation process has been complete, and we've recommended to send to legal.
They've already been recommended on 2 or 3 other instances, haven't they?
Right, the homeowners
So we're just
act
combining all this.
also.
Okay. I make a motion to send to legal.
A second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
This is that one that's been vacant since I was.
Yes, that was Blue House with the
Yeah.
siding coming off the chimney.
All right. 2014 Hawthorne Drive, this is for an application that has not been filed, so it's same idea as the last one we just did with the no exterior home, actually long-term parking permit. They have jet skis parked in the backyard, so we were asking how you want to proceed. Maybe you want to do the same thing as if you just did with the fence.
I was inclined to send a letter with the application stating it needed to be returned no later than December 30th, to avoid further action, but to remain consistent, then I would recommend that we do the same as we did with Houston.
Well, we've also got the instance where we've got that other residence where there's been some contention on whether or not that requires to have one. I know the board's position on that is that it has to have one, but we wanna wait until that other is resolved,
Well-
so we can kinda combine that into a judgment. It's just gonna be a policy.
You'll have a semi-dissension over on this end.
Okay. Well, let me make a motion and then we can have the discussion. So I make a motion to suspend usage rights until a long-term parking permit for the jet skis are on file.
That's like,
Discussion.
Yeah, I go back in with the verbiage right out of page 12 and 13 that just talks about, being stored, parked on any residential portion thereof unless the same is enclosed in permanent structure or with the special permit. And going back again to the other one you're speaking of, just the idea it's behind the fence line. So I'm having a hard time in my mind saying if we've got folks that are at least following, putting it behind the fence line.
But it doesn't say fence, it says in permanent structure, and so is a fence a permanent structure?
I thought our lawyer said that the fence is not.
I know, but because he's stating that it's behind, the fence, like with the other item, so then it goes to the definition of permanent structure, and is a fence, a permanent structure, and it's been,
Well, our own definitions are still defining the structure of that fence.
but the covenants don't define a fence as a permanent structure. So that's where is a fence a permanent structure? And I know that a few years ago, the board grappled with this and went out to legal, and it was decided that a fence is indeed not a permanent structure. So for the purposes of parking something in a permanent structure, in a backyard, a fence is not considered permanent structure.
Well, that's an opinion, not an adjudication.
This is true, I don't know that it's ever been adjudicated, but that was the legal
It will
opinion.
be.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
I'm talking
So
about.
we can,
That's what Kevin was getting
Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, we should put off anything that has to deal with that until we get an actual ruling on it. Although I don't know what kind of timeline that's gonna take.
at. Is this actually behind the fence?
I mean, it's gonna be something that's gonna take a year to work its way through it. And mediation may make it go away with, never become an issue.
No, but it can settle.
well, let me rescind my motion, and I'll make a motion to postpone a decision on this until the pending case has gone through mediation to determine the precedent.
Or we could just have maybe a board member reach out, again, they're in compliance if they take out the form. What we're doing is maybe send them the form, like you're saying.
Well, that the same issue with this other homeowner, it's the exact same situation.
That he doesn't wanna fill it out.
And he doesn't wanna fill it out because in his opinion, a fence is a permanent structure, so right now that is illegal. So that's the case that we're talking about, to, once we're able to, once that case works itself out, then we'll have a legal opinion one way or the other based on really the same
Okay.
situation. I mean, different vehicle, but same. Do I need to restate the motion?
No.
Do we get a second on that?
Yes, I second it.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so can you explain again, just what do you want me to do with it now?
We're just-
You want me to table it?
Yes,
Yes.
we're just going to put this on hold until this other case has worked itself out through the legal systems.
But I need to know,
Yes, we're gonna table it,
no, I know,
postpone it.
I know what that means.
Paper clip it to the
Right.
other one.
You want me to put it with the other one then?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And that way, they're the same issue, we bring them both up at the same time and we have a resolution.
Yeah, just make a note.
My concern is the people transferring inside the office, I don't want it to disappear.
Yes.
Okay,
You
yeah,
know what
we'll
I'm
make
saying?
sure it doesn't.
Well,
But just
I don't
make
mean
sure-
disappear, I mean get lost.
No, I
Put
understand.
somewhere on the
Your
side,
concern- your concern
and
is
now
gonna
those
be-
people aren't here, and you're like, well, what the
Yeah.
hell?
Yeah, just make a note that because this one is similar, like
Right,
on
okay.
on the cover sheet, that this one is pending.
You wanna put it with the one with the fence? I don't, well, it's on, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so,
Alright, so, the next item, the Hidden Creek Estates wants to change their meeting time from 1:30 PM to 8:30 AM. The meeting dates, the third Monday of the month, will remain the same, as this is something that their committee members, it best suits them. I make a motion to approve the Hidden Creek Estates architectural meeting from changing time from 1:30 PM to 8:30 AM. All in favor?
do we actually need to dictate when they meet?
No, but I think we need to approve it, so this is what they're asking us to
Well, I
do.
mean, they can meet whenever they want, I mean,
Yeah, that was our question, why did we even doing this?
yeah, I mean, my opinion is, I mean, if we wanna tell them, you know,
Oh, I wasn't telling, I was just approving based on what they wanted.
The architectural office, for some reason, got it into our minutes, and that's what it got into the board.
Yeah.
We've changed times many, many times before, as long as we publish the date and time, we're legal, we're compliant, so
I'll rescind the motion and,
really just should be,
are you Skip?
yep,
It's nice to meet
yeah,
you.
next thing.
Okay,
I think we ought to just let it go.
Motion
Okay.
withdrawn, motion.
because there doesn't need to be a motion, there needs to be a vote on this one.
That's what I said.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, ACC has requested that Robert Hutchinson be added to the Holley City Architectural Control Committee and be named chairman to replace Pete Washenko. So I make a motion that Robert Hutchinson be added to the Architectural Control Committee and be named as the chairman, replacing Pete Washenko.
I second it.
All in favor?
Before we vote, have we, he is an owner in good standing? Has anybody checked?
He's here. He's here.
He's right there.
Are you a stand-up fella? Do you pay your assessments?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, I appreciate you
You're welcome.
stepping up to do that. It's not an easy job or a committee, and Pete, you've done such a great job. I really, really appreciate all your hard work, so
Yes.
thank you very much to both of you. All right, I make a motion to nominate Thomas Beckham to the Holley City Architectural Control Committee.
Second.
All in favor?
Actually, I have one more member. I didn't realize it wasn't on. We have one more member that wants to come on the committee that should have been on the agenda. Her name is Linda Martins, Martens.
Are we making that item, on the agenda?
Make it item N. Okay, so the next item is J Anchor Street. All right, you'll need to fill us in as we just got these.
What about I?
Yeah, we got Pepper.
I actually gotta go with Thomas Beckman.
Thank you. All right, Pepper Street. No, this one should have been in the board books, it just wasn't on the agenda.
You don't wanna do it?
No, I'm sorry, should have said I, and I skipped I, so we need to go back to I, which was in the board books, it just was not placed on the agenda, so. This was one that we
Okay,
dealt with in
Yep.
September.
correct. 2506. This is the one that you recommended, I think, Rob, you recommended just to deny. This was the deck, he had a porch that was screened in with the wood, that picture for you.
Yeah.
And we didn't know how close it was to the setbacks, and we didn't go out, we had to send the architectural staff out to measure it, and after doing that, it was up to it was on the property line. So now, we called the county came out, talked to the homeowner agreed to cut the deck back and the screened-in porch back 6 foot to the property line. So we filled out a new application, it's approved by the ACC with the variances are filled out to be 6 foot from the property line. So up to date now, he's asking for a variance to be cleaned up.
He's
A porch,
asking
a
for a
screened-in porch
variance
for 6 feet. from-
Instead of where it was at 10.
No, it's 0. It was on the property line.
No, it's
So now we cut it back to 6 foot.
So he's essentially asking for a 4-foot variance, because he's.
6. Well, yes, a 4 foot,
Yeah,
yes.
because it used to be 10 feet, it's 6 feet, so he's asking for that 4-foot variance.
Wasn't there also a wetlands issue with this?
No, he had greenland, I don't think there was a wetland.
No, there's, I think, adjacent to this property. Okay, I'm glad that was settled. I make a motion to approve the variance for the 6 feet drainage easement.
I'm sorry.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Now on to Anchor.
Uh, 1992 Anchor. This is for landscaping, maintenance, this, what we need. I can show you the picture if you like, the recommendation to send it to legal.
So this one is essentially the grass isn't, I mean, the
Grass is
lawn's
not-
not being maintained. Letters have been sent, no action has been taken, so the next action then is to send this to legal.
Well, it looks like it's been foreclosed on, so the VA owns it. to foreclose on it and.
Well, it's already, they've sent, information to the VA.
So legal will just have to attach on to it and get it settled themselves.
All right, I make a motion to send 1992 Acre Drive to legal.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Crescent, 2400 Crescent Road. This is similar to Acre.
Yeah, for breaking no charge.
So that's the same thing.
So I believe their recommendation was to send this to legal as well. Is that correct, Pete?
I find it, sorry.
Yeah, it's a foreclosure for a branch banking, so.
That was also maintenance, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll make a motion to send to legal.
A second?
Aye.
All right, and final property is 2579 Cove Road. Exterior home improvement.
Okay, this is for an extension of a driveway. You should have, the blueprint with the extension. Basically, it's a pie shape, so it's about 4.5 feet up at the front yard, but goes back to zero clearance at the rear of the property. I believe the homeowner is actually here. The ACC actually approved the application as long as the homeowner retains all runoff water onto his own property. Whether he puts up a curb to bring the water up, that's up to him, but we're recommending to the pool as long as he maintains that water. Yes, and that's come up before, and that's basically the standard that we've set, that as long as they maintain all of their water, don't let it run off onto their neighbor, we're okay.
Are you the homeowner? Can you come show me these pictures for a second? Just like, I apologize, we just got this just now, so you're wanting to put the driveway here? Is this where, or extend it here? Is this where you're wanting?
Yeah, well, actually,
And down property lines.
this way.
Okay. So from here to here, and you're
Yeah,
wanting-
what it is actually the front. I want to extend this over 5 feet. And this is good, yeah.
This is your front here? Okay.
Bring it back, curve it, bring it back
I
here.
see, so it's gonna be,
You know, actually, it's property line right now, 7 foot. And this is all trees right here.
and you'll have drainage in here, so that the water doesn't run off?
Yeah, there's no, yeah, it'll
Or
go
slow
that way.
down? Okay. Okay, great, thank you.
Can I ask what you're gonna be doing with it? What are you putting back there?
Want to put it back there? A permit too.
That's the next, that's the next question.
Permit before you put the driveway,
Next question.
did it the right way.
We actually have a variance signed by the immediate neighbor next to it. We have no objection.
All right, I make a motion to approve. All in favor? Aye.
Stay aware the county might make you tear it up if they ever need to get their easement.
Yeah, they gotta tear up a lot of trees first.
Thank you for coming out.